Hey guys, it's Brianna, and today we are going to be doing a face-off between the Scotch Advanced Tape Glider and the Barely Art Precision Glue to see which one works better for card making. First up is the Scotch Advanced Tape Glider. I've already cut my card out with my Cricut. I did a similar design for both cards, meaning they have similar layers. To apply the adhesive, all you do is press the trigger and glide the gun on top of the paper. Really easy and simple. Release the trigger when you get done to the end of the strip. It's mess-free, easy to do, no odor. It is kind of hard to get in between the crevices of these stars and balloons though. Getting inside those nooks and crannies, you would have to take off the tape and then roll it with your finger and kind of ball it up and then stick it there. I think where the tape gun excels is really on basic shapes. This square, for example, where you can get a bunch of tape on there and it's going to stick really well. Another huge pro of using this tape gun has to be the fact that you can take it off relatively easily. As you can see, I didn't rip anything here. All it takes is a little bit of friction from your finger rubbing across the card to pick off the tape. There's no leftover residue, and it basically looks like it did before I put any tape on it. This is great so you can adjust something if it's a little bit crooked. You don't have to commit to it fully if there's some kind of mistake. If it was glue, then there'd be a lot of residue left over, and let's say I applied this to the wrong side of the card, I could easily pull it off and put it on the right side. Bending the card a little bit, there is a gap here on the side, but all I need to do is apply more tape and it's good as new. Just going to do the same thing on the other side. Next up is the Barely Art Precision Craft Glue, and this one comes with different tips. There's the ultra fine tip, the fine tip, the storage tip. They just twist on, and then it comes with a cleaning pin that you stick into each tip after you're cleaning it so that there's no extra glue that gets stuck in there. As you can see, I did not put the cleaning pin in the last time when I cleaned it, or I didn't do it well enough so it got stuck. It should be able to go all the way through like that. So let's fix our clogged tip. I got this huge chunk of glue out, and how I did it was I just stuck the pin inside the tip as far as it would go and then submerged it in a hot cup of water, and within 5 seconds the glue just came out and was stuck to the pin. For this trial I'm using the ultra fine tip, so I'm just twisting that on, testing it out on a tissue because I wanted to test how fast it was going to come out or if it was still kind of clogged, but it was good. And we're going to start on this elephant, which has smaller pieces than the bear card because I wanted to see how well it did with little pieces. Here are the main fears when it comes to using any type of glue on paper. 1, you don't want it to seep through. 2, you don't want to apply so much that it leaves like this nasty residue, because even though it says that it dries clear, most of the time you can still see the residue from it. It looks very unprofessional. Switching gears a little bit, I wanted to try to make an envelope with the glue. I've made envelopes with the tape, and most of the time the envelopes work out, but sometimes they pop back open. I'm not sure if it's just how the paper's folded or what, but I wanted to see if the glue stood the chance of the envelope. And let me tell you, it's been a couple days and this envelope is still going strong, so I'm very happy and pleased. And there was seepage from the ends, as you can see, but you couldn't see it. There was no icky, gross residue left over or shiny residue, so I'm very pleased. This is the part of the card that I didn't do for the other one because I knew with the tape gun that it would create problems, because whenever I've done this in the past and then I go to write the message on the card, it ends up being distorted in some places because when you run the pen over the tape, it's bumpy. So I did this purposely, making it super squiggly with the glue because I wanted to see if when I wrote on top of it, if it would be textured so much that when you write on it, it becomes unlegible, which I guess you could fix that by writing on the piece of paper first and then sticking it in the card, but most of the time you have your card made before you write in it. Overall, the main drawback for the glue is having to clean it afterwards because it's an extra step. It's not hard, but it takes time and it's annoying. So it's not super messy, but just cleaning it and making sure that it's good for the next time is a little bit of a hassle compared to the tape gun, which you literally take it out of the box and then put it right back in. For the final test, I'm going to be doing a side-by-side comparison for a writing test. So I'm just using the tape gun to adhere an index card to a scrap piece of cardstock, and then on the other side, putting the precision glue and gluing it down next to it. There was a little bit of a bump on the P for tape. But overall, they both look pretty good, not enough to really ruin a card on either side. I would feel a little bit better about writing it with the glue adhesive, to be honest, but that's just personal preference. It didn't really make a difference. Overall, I think both products are really good. I love the tape gun. It's fast and easy to use, and the glue works really good for those tiny pieces. Definitely recommend both of these products if you are into paper crafts and making cards. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this video and found it helpful. If you did, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel for more content, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!